Ready for the mosh pit, shaka bra.
What's up, everyone? Welcome back to StrangeCast Player One vs. Life is Strange fan podcast. This is episode 122, side A. I am one of your co-hosts, Adnan and Riaz. My co-host Adam Evalt is here. Adam, you're here.
I am here. My last name is Evalt. That's crazy, dude. Isn't that wild? It means
you should
justice in Hungarian or something.
There you go. There's your Twitch name. X, small x, capital
Small.
J, justice, small E, vault, X.
Where's the underscores?
6, 7. Yeah, there you go.
It's
actually,
capital X, lowercase x, underscore, justice 69, lowercase. It's so. Who remembers that time frame where like we all had the X's and the underscores and like 69 420 is our username?
I kind of remember that now. My PSN username's like that. I think like even I've had one or two people question. I'm like,
Oh,
I was
yeah.
like 13 years old. I was like 13 years old, man. Leave me alone, right? It's like it's never been changed. It's constantly been there. I know people get that with their Hotmail addresses and stuff. I'm like, yeah, that's me keeping my PlayStation username the same as it has been. But yeah, we're back, guys. So this is the 23rd of November we're recording. There is a backlog at the minute. We're getting, hopefully in this day, you get the second part of the last StrangeCast episode. And obviously, thank you for the Sam Bradley episode for people who watched that as well. I'm glad that you enjoyed it. The second part will be coming down the line. It's just literally hit roadblock 101 in terms of a lot of stuff that's happening this week. So I'm going to try and get it done as much at some point if their time opens up and permits itself. So just bear with me as I do that. But there will be a Patreon incentive in the week that we're going to post this. I don't know when you're going to get there, but in the week that we post this, there will be a Patreon incentive for the Patreon episode. So stay tuned for that because me and Adam will record it next week. So you can submit questions towards that. But as we're going on as well, if you are new here as well, guys, please do consider dropping subscribe on the channel, turn notifications, like video, and share your friends. We're at 2,200 subscribers. You can help us get to 2,300 subscribers. It's greatly appreciated. And StrangeCast is available on all podcast services. So we're available on Spotify with a video version, Apple Podcasts. We've got 51 ratings on Spotify. We've got over 340 followers on there. So if you can rate us, you help boost our visibility. You also get instant access to your podcast as soon as it drops as well. So go and check that out. Like I said, Sam's interviews out the first part. I will try and get the second part done. Bear with me, guys. There will be some more Patreon incentives coming. We're just working on at least one in the near future. So when we get that, we will let you know. And also as well, thank you for the support on Patreon. It is very much appreciated and it's great. So like I said, the other podcast episode should be hopefully here soon, and then we're going to post this one as well in the week, hopefully. I don't know. When I watch this back on the editing, I'm going to be like, oh, I remember that whilst I'm getting drowned in work. I'm trying to edit this. It's just a lot. There's a lot of things on my schedule at the minute, but hopefully things improve. But anyway, Adam,
Yes.
time frame wise, this is a very topical news as well, which we'll do. I think Lost Records will dominate the first part of the StrangeCast podcast episode. So should we get straight into this, Adam?
Oh yeah, let's get straight into it.
Straight into this. And I'm going to pull this up on here onto the screen for you guys. And also as well, I'm back from London as well, if you're wondering. So hence my little different layout.
Everybody, we are all wondering that. Like, is he back from London? Is he in Ireland now? Is he in the worst country in the entire world, Wales?
Exactly. And then people are also asking as well, like, am I in the dreams of Raoul Barbet, for example? And I'm being told in that story. There's everything that's being told here. But Adam, speaking of which, our big piece of news, and this big piece of news on the 18th of November, don't know, tweeted here, for example. They said, I think it was announced on the 17th, maybe. I think they might post it a day later. But anyway, 18th November, don't know, post there on Twitter. Lost Records, Bloom and Rage just got nominated in the Games for Impact category at the Game Awards. Thank you for all the love and support that got us here. Follow the ceremony and cross your fingers for us on December 11th, 2025. So as you see there, it's nominated in the Games for Impact category. This just happened before we came on as well. Deck 9, little clapping emojis. We love those as well. Yeah. Always nice to see as well. A little bit of support there. And a nice little reply there as well from them saying huge congratulations, which is always nice. And then I know that the Lost Records page tweeted about it, but it's very small compared. It's the same as usual. But we'll go to here, Adam, actually, because this will make a lot more sense to kind of like expand on that. I'm just putting the right note here. Why is it just it's just God almighty? But I'm going to speak to the tech man. It always just closes for some reason. Why have you closed? Like literally is going to pull up another screen. Okay, is it this one? Is it this one that we pulled up? That we're getting up? Yes, it is. There it is.
Yeah.
As you can see, it is Don't Nod as well on LinkedIn. It's a bigger one as well because everyone loves LinkedIn and how much annoying it is. But as you can see there, Lost Records, Bloom and Rage. I hate this platform so much.
What are you talking about? It's not toxic at all.
I hate it's like that kind of post where it's like, "Ooh, I rescued a dog from the tree and it was burning when I was on my way for a job interview, and then I turned up 40 minutes later and it was the dog that was the boss and he gave me the job." It's like, F off, get a life, you loser millennials on here. It's like get a grip. Like honestly, it's like the peak millennial Facebook status have all gone to LinkedIn because you have no personality. But anyway, I'm just gonna go. I could go on an unhinged rant on this. I remember Erica Mori was on
Yes.
the podcast with us, and she almost went on one. I was like, stop myself from where I hate this platform for so many different reasons. But anyway, it's good for this for this reason now. Don't Nod here has put in an English statement, a bit of an expanded statement as well. Adam, Lost Records Bloom Rage has been nominated in the Games for Impact category at the Game Awards. It's an honor for all of us to be nominated alongside such amazing games. Lost Records was envisioned as a universal experience with something for everyone to enjoy, as Don't Nod has always done, through an authentic, immersive story by focusing on inclusivity, self-acceptance, resilience, and the strength of friendship. The team aim to portray characters who feel real at two key moments of their life. Congratulations to the team at Nod Montreal and everyone involved for the care, passion, and dedication they poured into the story, and to the community that has been with us every step of the way. The ceremony takes place on December 11th, 2025, and we hope it. And I hope you will follow it with us. Fingers crossed. Vote for Lost Records Bloom Rage here at the Game Awards. And then just quickly add on to that as well, as you can see here, Adam, this was Don't Know Montreal's statement as well, which is very smaller and it's there. Absolutely honoured to share this recognition with fellow nominees in the Games for Impact category at the Game Awards. We couldn't have done this without our talented crew who continue to inspire and breathe life into the stories. We want to tell congratulations to the team behind such wonderful games, and to fellow Canadian studios Compulsion Games, Electronic Arts Vancouver, Ubisoft Quebec City, and Motive Studios in their categories. We'll be cheering this on in December 11th. So before I load up the next part, because it'll just go in there, what was your immediate reaction to that before I pull up the nominees?
One, I believe this was the only category that they were nominated in.
Yeah.
Am I correct?
Yes.
I was kind of upsetty spaghetti about that. But well deserved. I've heard some conjectures with like other people online where they said like, well, what even is the message behind Lost Records Bloom Rage? I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, did you not play it? Like, it has everything to do with like trauma. It has everything to do with parental. How do you put this? Parental pressure, I guess you can say. Finding yourself, who you are, accepting yourself as
Women
like
who are older,
women who are older.
90s stereotyping, bullying.
Yeah. There's like so much like just with 90s bullying, like how to overcome like bullying, how to overcome harassment, how to
diverse
like
characters.
no, there's a plenty of things. Yeah, there's so many diverse characters in it, like you said. I don't know. There's a lot of message behind it. So like when people are like, what even is the message? I'm like, you obviously didn't play it. Which again, we talked about this before, that the way this was released, and this was Dispatch's problem as well. Alana Pierce had like a great like video on it, like why Dispatch is in this like weird limbo that it's not really qualified to be game of the year because of the way it was like the release schedule. So like people who were voting on it, she explains it was so much better. But in the same way with Lost Records, there was a lot of reviewers who didn't get the second part. They didn't get the full game. And then they came out in a time where like other games were like really releasing. We talked about this extensively while we were looking at like game schedule releases. So it's unfortunate that they varied. Yeah,
I think that's a really good point, Adam, actually, because in the Game Awards, Troy Baker's nominated, for example, for Indiana Jones, but that was late last year. He already won. I think he beat Hannah Tell, like I think the New York Game Award, the New York Game was that they did there. And it's like, hang on a minute, why is he still nominated now? But it's like, at the end of the year. But when you said the thing about them reviewing episodes, like for example, Tape 2 had less frequency of like reviews, for example, compared to the first tape. And that's indicative of, because, for example, this bounces off what Michel said, where he said that there are so many games now available that you don't get the same amount of attention. So, for example, IGN reviewed Lost Records Bloom and Rage in its entirety, I think, from episodes 1 through 5. I don't even think it's reviewed Lost Records Bloom and Rage off the top of my head. I did not remember seeing Lost Records Bloom and Rage having an IGN review. And it's like, hang on a minute, you missed big chunks of that, because, and it's the same, for example, here's another one. Remember Double Exposure's review from GameSpot? It came out much later after the game's release because they didn't even give it that much time in day anymore. It's like there are bigger games where you're chasing traffic, numbers, etc. that you do that. You don't go for the smaller games. So I agree with you. Same with Dispatch. Dispatch might get one first review because everyone's talking about it. if the numbers don't stick around, people aren't going to keep reviewing it because they're going to be like, yeah, that's not going to deliver those.
Yeah, and that's the problem though. Like, it's unfortunate that Lost Ark Blooming Range came out this year because like we're all talking about like, oh, trying to avoid GTA 6. Here's the problem though. 2025 was such a banger year for a diverse amount of games. Like, it wasn't just like good RPG after good RPG after good. It was good RPGs in the way of like the Oblivion remake as well as Clair Obscur. It had good indie games that with did Peak come out this year? No, Peak was later. But anyways, but we got Blueprints, we got Hollow Knight, Silksong, we had Mega Bonk, right? All this year.
Peak was this
There's
year.
so many. Peak was this year?
June.
Wow. Okay, this year is just feeling forever. But yeah, like there's so many diverse amount of games coming out this year that with an episodic game such as episodic, quote unquote, but like an episodic title such as Lost Ark Blooming Rage or even Dispatch, they kind of get buried because they're not waiting for it. Even Ghost of Yote, I feel like buried a lot of people. I feel like Ghost of Yote really got buried in of itself, actually, because again, this is just me like with my own personal. I'm not saying like all of America feels this way, but again, I'm going around Raleigh and I'm going around to different gamers, right? Like, I'm going to game conventions, I'm talking to other indie game developers. I'm saying, oh, I love Ghost of Yote, which I just beat Ghost of Yote, and they're like, oh, what's that? Like just nobody really knows about Ghost of Yote, and in fact, it got marketed so heavily, and then once it released, nobody talked about it. Like, I feel like Ghost of Yote came out and just like crickets. Like, no, people just like didn't really care, and I think it is indicative of this year's of releases, dude. Like, Clair Obscura alone, dude, is just dominating. I'm not even going to talk about how South of Midnight got snubbed for composing. It got snubbed for original music. But again, so much diversity.
So did Lost Records as well in that. For composing.
No, it straight up got snubbed. No, that's what I mean though. It's like my initial thoughts on it getting for Games for Impact is more of like, at least it got nominated for something in the year of our Lord 2025.
Yeah.
You know, like that, that's the thing. So that's my initial thoughts.
I agree with you, because like I think when you said it as well, like, you know, Ghost of Yote and also Ghost of Tsushima should be Sony's flagship franchise now at the minute, and they did that with Horizon by they made it front and center. I think they marketed it and they have marketed it, but it's that kind of same effect of there's too many games, and it's like, you know, if you have a bit like Randy Marsh when he's playing Heroin Hero, and he's chasing the dragon in the forest because he plays Rehab Hero afterwards. When he's playing Heroin Hero on the sofa, and then even Stan gets into it, it's like, why are you playing this game? It's stupid. It's like, you know, you just chase the dragon, you're injecting heroin. That's basically where we're at right now, because again, it goes into that conversation where we say we don't cultivate fan bases anymore, like, you know, fandoms. It's like you get your endorphin rush, see you later, goodbye. That's it. It's done. One off, see you later, and moving on to the next thing. It's consumeristic behavior because there's so much stuff on the market now, you constantly forget about it. So it's like, for example, that game Peak. Like that game Peak, you forgot it came out this year because you were like, "How was it last year?" It's like, that's how quick cycles go through. I think Clair Obscur's like that a bit. It's still getting nominated, but it's like people forget that came out this year because it's like constant. We are moving so fast forward in terms of, you know, if you don't stay in the public consciousness, you get lost. And it's, for example, to maybe mixtapes detriment as well, because there's so much hype behind that game. They've pushed it back into 2026. You have to rebuild that hype up now because it's going to go into a quiet period. Beethoven and Dinosaurs game. I think getting a nomination Games for Impact was obviously, this was the Life is Strange kind of award as well for many years for Square Enix and stuff. Obviously, Double Exposure lost last year in this category at the Game Awards. Did we get nominated for the Game Awards? I think it got nominated for the Game Awards off the top of my head. Yeah, Hannah was there as well. Hannah was there as well for that. Yeah, it's a shame it didn't get nominated for one more at least. I think the snub is on composing, and I think it did get snubbed. There was easy way to get it in that nomination bracket. Look, it might not win. We'll go into the nomination in a minute. I kind of talk about that because it's like, it might not win, but it still deserves to be nominated for it. But I think at least for Nod Montreal, its size, its studio, where Lost Records positioned itself and where it went into the commercial market as well, it's well to do and get that nomination. So I think it's very good. Shame that some of the other performers didn't get nominated, but I think again, it's limitations and it's very hard. Like, you know, Hannah Tell to get into the bracket last year, for example, was massive, and that was down to full performance capture as well. Like to get into that, I think VO is very difficult to kind of even get in that conversation unless it's a stellar knockout performance or something. But yeah, let's just go into the awards. Actually, we'll pick into the awards, Adam, if that works for you, so we can kind of go through some of the cycles where we think Lost Records could have gone and stuff.
Yes, I think Lost Records should have gone into like best esports game.
Indeed, there is with Swan and with Autumn and her thingy her skateboard. But as you can see, Adam, here are the full categories. As you can see, there is Lost Records as well. It is in Games for Impact. It is against Consume Me from Jenny Jessar, AP Thomas, and Hexecutable. Yes,
Executable, yes.
Sweet. Yes. Despelote from Julian Corrado, Sebastian Valbuena, Panic and / Panic. Oh my god, I'm butchering this. Is an
Panic. It's just the word panic.
It reminds you. I don't know why it reminds me of Yu-Gi-Oh. If anyone's seen it, Panic the Eliminator, there's a reference and throwback to you as well. If you the good old Yu-Gi-Oh days. Lost Records, Boom Rage there. Don't know Montreal. Don't know. That one easier. South Midnight from Compulsion Games, Xbox Game Studio, and then Wonder Stop from Ivy Road / Annapurna Interactive. So an interesting category there. A winnable category, I would say, potentially.
I will say that I've only played Lost Records, Bloom and Rage, as well as South of Midnight, which, oh my god, South of Midnight was so good. I hate that I lost it. Like I sold my Xbox and I can't play it again until it inevitably comes to PlayStation. But I've wanted to play Wander Stop. That looks very, very cool. I have heard amazing things about Despelote. Like I've heard that is the clear winner. I have not played this game. I haven't even seen a trailer for it, but word on the street is Despelote is like the clear winner here from people who play. Yeah. So I don't know anything about it. That's not to say it's like, oh, I don't know anything about it, so it doesn't exist. It's just me saying I don't know anything about it. But that's word of mouth.
It's giving me big City of God vibes there, unless I'm really stereotyping that. If you've seen the film as well, great film.
South of Midnight, I don't see winning this.
It's very. It feels like City of God shout was pretty good. That they are Ecuadorian. City of Gods is very famous. Yeah, City of Gods is very famous. Brazil. I think it's a Brazilian film, and it kind of focuses on the the suburbs of like Brazil, and it's like kids who play football, and it's like it's a big full on expose on Brazilian, coming from rags to riches kind of story, and that kind of element. I haven't watched it for a long time, but I was watching it with Lehen when I was doing it at film. When I was doing film studies and stuff in college and stuff and learning about it. Again, that's like very French oriented as well. So that's that. But Despelote is, very much on that because it's based in, I think, Ecuador. So as you can see here, I'm going to move myself out of the way again for you, Adam.
Excellent
first
audio.
Person,
nice.
Yeah, first person action adventure was released on 1st May. It's a slice of life set in Quito during Ecuador's qualification for the 2002 World Cup, where the player is able to explore and play with a soccer ball in a city. This is an autobiographical and from the perspective of an 8-year-old Julian Corrado, one of the developers. And there is Julian as well, who I assume is on the left.
Probably.
Yeah.
We'll see. Oh, Julian. Yeah.
Yeah, which I'm going to assume he's the one on the left there. So, very interesting. Got some big nominations there as well. We could go into that's funny though as well. Because, like, for example, it got into because we'll come on to it as well because it's one of the later topics. But as you can see, it's nominated there for Golden Joysticks for best indie game, but then Lost Records didn't get into that category. But then Lost Records was nominated for best storytelling at the game at the Golden Joysticks, which is a bit weird.
Yeah, it is weird. Excuse me, but yeah. So like again, I've heard very, very good things. I have not played this game.
Yeah.
So I don't know. But I hope that Lost Records gets the one nomination that it got. But I think it got snubbed for narrative. I think it got snubbed for music. As we'll get more into it. But I just it's a shame that it only got, but at least it got one nomination.
Yeah, and it's got in the category where this is the more likely one it can win as well, and I hope they do win as well. I want Michelle Coe to go and pick up this award with Luke Bag of Dust and Kathy Vincelli as well, and Kathy Vincelli just tearing everything up in the background she's just a rebel.
Yeah.
No, I hope that they do win it. It'd be really amazing to see them as well. There's a lot of reactions from the devs. We haven't been able to put it in this episode because I'm just trying to condense it because there's a lot of responses. But I know Luke tweeted about it, and Michelle tweeted about it, Frederica tweeted about it, Desiree and Nina, the American Rights tweeted about it, Jean-Luc tweeted about it. Everyone reacted to it. We'll be here forever. Even Milk and Bone reacted to it as well, who've been snubbed as well. Which I will go into that as well now because like I don't understand how it hasn't been nominated for. Look, it might not beat your boy from Claire Obscur, but like it deserves to be in there. That soundtrack is amazing. Yeah, the soundtrack is actually really very 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 good.
That's the thing. Lorient to Start is going to win best soundtrack. Like that is 100% going to happen.
Yeah.
Like he is the most deserving out of all of it for music. What are we looking at? What category are we looking at?
So this is music, sound, and best score and music. So for outstanding music, inclusive of score, original song, and/or licensed soundtrack, soundtrack.
So I do have the Bandcamp for Silk Song. That soundtrack is amazing. Christopher Larkin is a very talented orchestral composer.
Yeah.
Of course, I speak a high amount of Clair Obscur. Death Stranding. What do you think about the music in that game?
Great. It's fantastic. It should win. That's what it should happen. It's great. It's unbelievable. I haven't played Clair Obscur, but like, you know, I'd still say it's better than that. Kojima uses music better than anyone in any video game in my hands.
See, like, I'm gonna say something. Ghost of Yotei, like, again, as someone who wants to be a composer and would love to be in here and like snub somebody else to get the spot for the nomination, like if I was in this place, I'm like, nah, nobody was snubbed. I deserve this, baby. So I'm glad that a composer, Toma Otoa, got this nom. For me, playing Ghost of Yotei, it wasn't like impressive music. It wasn't like a standout. South of Midnight was a standout soundtrack. Yeah. Like it was like very like realistic to the time. It was very energetic. It had lyrics to it. It was very much like gripping to the game's themes. Ghost of Yotei's music was fine. I think that this got nominated because like we got to play with oh shoot, I already forget the instrument that you have with you the entire time. But like it's fine. No, it's not a banjo. It's not a banjo.
Just checking. A ukulele.
Samurai with a banjo. No, it's not a ukulele. It's you can stop
harmonica.
Guessing. No.
A xylophone. It must be a xylophone.
Yes, it's a xylophone. It's an accordion. You're playing Weird Al Yankovic as a samurai. Actually, that would be pretty sick. That's what I mean. I'm not saying it's forgettable, but it's not like
it's central from the sound of things. That's what I think you're saying.
Yeah,
because it sounds like Lost Records is inseparable from its, you know, aesthetic. Lost Records soundtrack, that kind of like, you know, dream pop vibe that it has. That it has to have that soundtrack. Same with Life is Strange. Life is Strange would not be the same without its soundtrack. Even with the licensed tracks, it is very ingrained in the DNA of that game. Same with Death Stranding, it has to do that because obviously Low Raw, churches and stuff were on the first soundtrack. Like, and even Low Raw is used as well in this. That was quite cool that Kojima got to use in music. Because I know there's against the singer that passed away from that. But like, you know, it's integral to that. Like the theme of the game has to hit with the vibe that is going on with Death Stranding too. So I think that's what you're trying to envelop in that, if I'm correct.
Yeah, and that's what I mean. I'm like, it's not. It's just like, it's fine. And it's again Hades 2 music, very good. Like it's very good. I don't know about Ghost of Yotei being here. Like it's okay. Like it's fine.
It should be 6, man. Just get Lost Records and then just get it in the bottom. Like, come on, man, Jeff Keighley, like open it up. Like
at the very honestly, like South of Midnight's soundtrack, I'm gonna tell you right now, like it is better. It's better than Hollow Knight's Silk Song's music. I'm gonna say that much. It is very, very, very much like a very well done soundtrack. Again, from Olivier Riviere. Like I'm very much biased towards that. But it's so good, dude. It's so good. Yeah. It's so good. He's a talented individual, and I hate that he didn't get the nom. But yeah, I would get rid of Hades 2 and Ghost of Yote and put in Lost Records as well as South of Midnight. All the other ones fine.
Open the pool up and put 2 more in there. It's 6 nominations.
Yeah.
It's not the end of the world. Like, I think, like, it's still, we're not putting like 12 or 15 in there. Like, even at 6, I still think it's respectable to put 6 nominees in there. It's probably because like Jeff Keighley wants to decrease the amount of time he says all their names so he can put an advert in between it. So it's like, you know, when Lorien Testard is going up to get his thing, it's like, wrap it up, Lorien. It's like, I've just walked up here. Wrap it up, Lorien. Come on.
Wrap it up, Frenchie. Let's go. Get out of here.
I will say this now as well, and if Luke Bag of Dust and also Michelle are watching this as well, and even Catherine Vincelli and even Sam Bradley is watching this, if you reveal your game at this ceremony, I'm going to be furious. I do not want to stay up for another Jeff Keighley promotion. I stayed up till like 4 o'clock in the morning to watch Lost Records, Bloom and Rage get revealed. I am not doing that, Mr. Michelle and Mr. Luke and Miss Kathy and Mr. Bradley and Mr. Marin. I am not doing that. Please do not put it on. Oh my God, if it's there, I just can't. I can't watch this. Literally, last year, Hannah Tell loses. Okay. That's it. I turned it off. It was the first nomination. Harrison Ford came out with Troy Baker. I was like, cool, that's actually quite cool. She loses. What an absolute shame. Turned it off. I'm like, I'm not watching this guy host this. I despise the Game Awards. Even though we're talking about it now, I despise it. Good luck to you guys winning it. I hope you win it in Games for Impact. I absolutely detest every ounce of this award ceremony for what it represents. Yes. And it's the worst representation of the video game industry, this award ceremony as well. Like wrapping up like tons of trailers. And you said it before as well, when they're like, oh, and here's the pre-show. And the best nominee for soundtrack is da-da-da-da-da. And oh, the best esports name is da-da-da-da-da.
That's what I mean. Like, and Alana, like, again, her video like explained it better, but like she even said in her video, like a disclaimer, like, don't take the Game Awards seriously. These voters don't take it seriously. Like in terms of like how the BAFTA does it, like BAFTA awards, like they actually like go through each one. They have a long list and they discuss it from the long list. Like there's actually a process to this. The Game Awards is just E3 smaller, like smaller E3, and it has some awards in it. Nobody takes it seriously. None of the nominators take it seriously. She even said that like Alana was part of the judges table, but hasn't voted in 5 years. Like that's pretty much it. And just like, that Game Awards don't take it seriously. That's why I always say like my goal as a composer, I want to win a BAFTA. I don't really care if I win a Game Award. I would love it. Like I'm not going to say like I'm not going to be like I don't care about this and like smash it to the ground like Jimi Hendrix, but you know, like nobody really takes it seriously. So the fact that I'm like,
news topic we covered as well because we did the Lost Records thing and it was about how much Jeff Keighley apparently charges for the trailers and stuff. Remember that story that we did that we covered? I was like, right, okay. It's like no one takes it serious. It's absolutely crazy.
No. And that's what I mean, dude. It's like I'm not trying to like blow a hemorrhoid over you know, South of Midnight, but it's just kind of like that's where we're at.
3
now
actors from Clair Obscur in here.
Charlie Cox, especially, I'm just like, so Charlie Cox even feels bad himself that like he says like I don't know why people are just so now his character in Clair Obscur, like he's just like saying like I don't know why people love me. I only spent like 4 hours in the booth. Like this was a report that like Charlie Cox feels bad for the love he's getting from his character in Clair Obscur. He's like, I didn't do that much work behind it. Like he actually feels like self-conscious. So like the fact that he got a nomination, I'm sure he's like, Now Jennifer English and Ben Starr in Clair Obscur, money, dude. Like it was Adnan. I really, really need you to play Clair Obscur Expedition 33. It is amazing, dude. Jennifer English alone, I would like kill for her to win this. Erika Ishii, excuse me, Erika Ishii, also great. As Atsu in Ghost of Yote, actually killed it. She actually was like great in her role. I did not play Silent Hill F. Now Troy Baker.
This isn't he played Higgs in Death Stranding 2 this year. Why would you not put him in for that instead? Like
I know, isn't that wild, dude? Here's the funny part, though. I don't know if this is true. I believe Troy Baker has never won a Game Award.
No, you probably wouldn't, because this was recent, wasn't it? Some of his obviously Joel's like 2013 back then, and like
Yeah, but he's in every video game. He's in
yes,
every.
you would have won it. You would have won it as Snow if Final Fantasy 13 came out now. If you that's a quite crazy one that he's voiced that. Yeah, but you have to remember some of the bigger games that he played as well, like even Booker DeWitt and stuff that came out like predating the Game Awards. So it's
Yeah,
like, it doesn't surprise me that he hasn't won it. But yeah, he's
he's never won. I would love Jennifer English to win this. Now, do I wish that Olivia was nominated? Yes. Would I prefer that? Yeah. But like, or it is what it is. But Jennifer English, I hope, wins it because, god dang, dude, Claire Obscur, man. Charlie Cox, yeah, I think snubbed some people just because like he was great in Claire, but there's some other people who deserve this nomination.
yeah.
I think even Charlie would agree with that. Like, I'm not saying Charlie is a bad actor at all, but I think Charlie would agree that there's somebody else who could have taken his place.
That's I cap it at 2, man, for per game in one category. Like I know that, for example, Life is Strange 2 had 2 BAFTA nominations in like Best Supporting when Sarah and Jolene were nominated for their performances, and then Gonzalo won the main actor one for Life is Strange 2. But like, you can't put 3 in there. Like, I'm sorry, that just diminishes like what other games. You telling me that 3 actors from Claire Obscur are the best performers from that game? You're talking about that's like, for example. Yeah, no, but it's like, for example, let's take it and put it in context. That's like a Tarantino film, for example. You have standouts from each film. It's like, for example, there's always one standout who will go into the main category. Christoph Waltz wins for Inglourious Bastards and he wins for Django Unchained, right? But he's not going to be in the best actor category with Jamie Foxx or Brad Pitt in that role either. And it's the same with that as well for Brad Pitt. Brad Pitt didn't get nominated for an Oscar for his role as what's it called? Who's he playing? Inglorious, can't remember his name now. He's a great character as well. Lieutenant Aldo Rain. That's it. He didn't get a nomination for that, did he? Though. But then it's like, you have to simplify like the amount of nominations. You can't. If you are doing this, Jeff Keighley, put a Best Supporting Actor one in. Don't just make it Best
100%.
Performer, because it's cheap.
Yeah.
You're putting everyone into one category and pitting them against each other. Like every award ceremony has Best Supporting Performer for a reason, because you simplify the process. Same with Oscars. You have a male and female Best Performer, Best Supporting Performer in the standard that they do at the minute, where it's like in either category of that. So you have 4 categories. There's 4 winners from that. You're not diminishing the Oscars by doing that. You're making it in a streamlined process. With this, it just diminishes any credibility with the Game Awards, as you've already said with Alana Pierce saying it anyway. But it's like, there's nothing here though, because like you've basically just ham-fisted 3 games from Claire Obscur in here. Look, they might all be great performances, but I'm going to sit here, even not playing it, thinking that 3 performers should not be in this one category alone to overshadow everything that's come out in the year. It makes it look like there's nothing else that's come out in the year, and you're just putting people in here for the sake of it.
Yeah, because like Claire Obscur was great. I'm not gonna sit here and just say like I haven't been like, tearing up to it this entire time. But like, 3 nominations. I think Jennifer English deserves to be here. I think Ben Starr definitely. But yeah, 3. I think I 100% agree with you that like 2 max from each game, 2 max.
Yeah,
you can't put the entire cast onto one category. It has to be like 1 to 2, because then again, like then you just take away from other games. I would rather Olivia be here, but what are you gonna do? I would rather Luke be here for his role as Chloe. But he's not here. Quite honestly,
very weird.
Yeah, because
very weird. Show.
Yeah, because there's no actors from South of Midnight either. South of Midnight was great acting at the very least. Now I believe that they got snubbed. Lost Records got snubbed from Best Action Game as well.
It was not even in Best Debut Indie Game. I could have read it.
Oh, dude. Okay, so click on this. I just want to see if it actually did get taken off. Megabonk. Megabonk, yeah, it was taken off. So Megabonk, the developer. Thank God for Blueprints. But yes, so Megabonk got taken off the list because the developer off of it, like, hey, take me off because this is not my first indie game. Like, I've actually made games before, but this is my first in this studio. Which again, Alana does make a point of like saying, like, yeah, that's pretty honorable. Like, because Claire Obscur, like, they could just make a whole new studio, make a whole new name, and then just get like over and over and over again, best indie, best debut, if it wasn't your actual first game. I think Claire Obscur
Again,
gets,
what is indie though? We don't even have a definition for. I could tell you what an indie game was 10, 15 years ago. It was Lucas Pope with Papers, Please. It was Limbo. It was Phil Fish with Fez. There was a textbook definition of what indie games were. There was a textbook definition of what
yeah,
triple A video game. There's nothing here. Because, for example, compare them. Compare Claire Obscur to Despelote and tell me what the difference is there. Or even, for example,
yeah,
with Dispatch, for example. What is independent here? For example, people have been doing the conversation about
yeah.
Lost Records.
Dispatch has Aaron Paul in it. Aaron
Thank you.
Paul.
I
Yeah.
was literally going to say, because I've seen some people, I will play this. It's on my watch list
Yes.
of Dispatch. One thing I thought with people are like, oh yeah, look at the marketing. They have Aaron Paul. Lost Records has Olivia Lepore. Olivia Lepore has very few credits. She's a Canadian-born actress. She has like no major stock
Nobody
behind this
cares
game,
about
for
Canada.
example.
Nobody cares about Canada.
No one cares about Canada. But it's like same with Natalie, same with even Victoria Diamond. Like, they are actors within the realm of that. You have Alana Pierce attached to this game. You have Jack Skeptic linked to this game. You have Aaron Paul. There are people who are already adding
Alana
stock
Pierce.
to it. Yeah.
She's in this game.
She's in the game. So it's like, for example, if Despelote was done by Hideo Kojima, is it independent compared to the other ones in terms of the size and stature? What is it? Could it be a 5-man team? Is it a 15-man team? Is it a 100-team man? You know, what defines indie now? This is why I never had that conversation about Life is Strange. There might have been 40 developers from Don't Know, but they had like the entire Square Enix external studios arm. Is it independent then? No, it's not. Especially in 2015 climate.
Even Claire Obscur, like, look at that. They have a Kepler Interactive backing them.
Yeah.
You know, and again, like Blueprints, Raw Fury came into the mix. I definitely think that like debut indie, I would even say Lost Records Bloom and Rage kind of more fits that category because it's self-published. It's a newer studio, but it's still Don't Nod. You know, it's still Don't Nod. So like I guess it's not a debut from Don't Nod.
But Nod Montreal is an independent developer though from that, so it's best for a thing. What is the criteria for that as well? What does it say that at top for best debut created by an independent studio? So is it because it's under Don't Nod Entertainment brand? That's why they've taken it out.
I think so, and also it's probably that. And in the same way that Megabonk, like it was a developer that already made things, so like you can't just make a new name. Like it's still Donut, and you can just open up studios like everywhere and then say debut from this studio every time. Then Ubisoft would be best debut indie game for every time they make a new studio, you know. I think as someone who is working with independent developers who would love to be nominated here, who are actually working they're actually working on the game while they work at their full-time jobs.
Yeah.
You know, they're self-funded in a way of like, because they're doing shit from Lowe's, you know, which I'm actually like working with a developer who does game development while he does his full-time job as a Lowe's employee. So like, that's what I mean though. It's like versus Claire Obscur, you could argue that's double A. You could definitely argue that's double A.
Exactly. Dude. Look, I'm that entire outburst before as well. I'm not even too bothered. Lost Records isn't even in there. Eliminate my bias, for example, right?
Sure.
It's what is independent. Define it. Give us an explanation for what your parameters are in here. Because what is independent here? Like, are they all independent in some respects? For example, because even for example with Expedition 33, that's published by Kepler Interactive. Don't they haven't they published games before than that? It might be Fingy's brand new studio, for example. It might be
I think it should come down to, it's not even about budget. Because like, what if you won the lottery, right? Yeah. What if you won the lottery and then you made your studio from the lottery? It's not about budget. I think it really comes down to like, who's publishing it and how many people are on your studio. You know, like I really do think it comes down to like, who's publishing it. Like, because independent really means that you're independent from a major studio. That's why Dave the Diver didn't get independent studio, because like with Nexon is like a big conglomerate in Korea. So like they're not technically independent. So if you're truly independent, you're not with any other company. So Raw Fury is a publisher, and Annapurna is a publisher. I think independence should be, this is your first game published on your own marks, and that's what independence should be. And like, what's your team size? Is it only 10 people making this, or in the same case as last year Animal Well? Animal Well was made by one person, one guy. So
or like
it had a,
for example, like again, it's the
Balatro, perfect example. But like again, Balatro and Animal Well, I believe, they also had backers behind them. They also had publishers, you know. So there goes that argument.
We're truly getting into that era when you see on Instagram like millennials buying their houses. It's like, we finally made it onto the property ladder, and then the bank of mummy and daddy are funding it. And it's like, or you've been living at home rent free. Just be transparent about it, you know? That's it. No one's going to call it out. It happened with Clair Obscur. I remember you were playing this and you were saying the narrative where people were questioning about the publisher. Just be transparent about it. If you're making a great game, people won't care. What people don't like is hypocrites. And what they don't like is when people try and oversell something. And it's same with this, for example, with the best indie game. What is it? Because, for example, one person who makes a game could be like unbelievable and it changes everything. They did it on their own. And then others, it kind of becomes apparent with what's coming behind it and supporting that. It's just I agree with Outline and Pace. Screw this award ceremony. Like, honestly, the other categories, well, it's like, do you know what? Here's an example of this. I'm point you at the camera here.
Okay.
Is it very Adam Evalt, actually? We'll move into other two topics because we need to wrap up as well for this. One thing that sums up this award ceremony for how ridiculous it is as well is the most anticipated game. And what is in the most anticipated game again this year?
Grand Theft Auto 6.
Exactly. Like, what is the point in having such... Well, no, there is a point. It's a commercialized award for what it is.
Oh,
That's what this ceremony is. There's no value behind it. There's nothing else with it. This is truly the Simpsons moment where Homer has a Grammy? Grammy. He has a Grammy.
Grammy, yes. He has a Grammy.
He wins a Grammy with the B sharps, and that guy comes over and he's like, I don't have any payment. He's like, here's a Grammy. And he's like, oh, it's a Grammy. And he chucks it over the thingy. That's what it is. This is what this ceremony is.
And that's what I mean, dude. Like, again, I am working my ass off to become a composer. I want a studio to pick me up. And if I ever got a nomination at the Game Awards, would I chuck it? Absolutely not. I would feel honored 100%. I'm saying this for the record so that nobody like says like, oh, Adam doesn't really care. I would care. It's just the fact that like I'm not working my ass off so that someday I can win the Jeff Keighley Game Award. Woo! Like I'm working my ass off to get a BAFTA. Like I want a BAFTA. I want a Golden Joystick Award. This would just be like, it would be nice. It would be like, oh, thank you. On to the next one. You know? Like it's just an advert. It's just an advert. That's all it is. Now, if Lost Records, and I've been talking to like the people that we've talked to, like I've talking to like people who are involved with Lost Records Boom Rage. They're all very psyched, and they should be. And I told them like your hard work is going to be paid off because you're going to be in front of an advert. Like here's the thing though. Like out of everything, it's not like a serious thing, but this has a lot of viewers. And if you win a game award, like with this many viewers, people will say like it's an advert. That's what it is. It's advertising for your game because you were nominated. A lot of eyes are on you. Like, oh, I should go pick that up.
Agreed.
You know. Or like for like oh, Adam won best soundtrack. Oh, I should go pick up his music on Bandcamp. Yeah. You know, like, or I should stream his music on Spotify. It's still an advertisement, but it's not something that like, it's not something that you should take seriously as like a grandeur award. It's just, it's advertisement. That's all it is.
Yeah,
it's all,
I agree
with you. And for everybody getting butthurt over like the whole like what's independent, what's not, including you British snob. But like in all seriousness, without jokes aside, for everybody getting butthurt about the independent, like what's independent or what's not, it's an advertisement. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You're getting so worked up about like what? No, this game should have like. If you can't argue that the Game Awards don't matter, and it matters what an independent game is. One of the two things that's true. I lean on the side is it doesn't matter. It's the Game Awards. Catch me at the BAFTAs. catch me at the BAFTAs. You know what I mean? In fact, Golden Joysticks. We're about to go into that, but like let's talk about that. Golden Joysticks. I want to see
Should I pull it
what
up?
they nominate for. Yeah. Golden Joysticks. What they nominate for best independent game. Like what was nominated for? Oh, here we go. So best multiplayer, best storytelling, visual.
Best indie game, self-published. So Blueprints won for best indie game, then self. Look at that though. You separate it.
Look at this. Yeah. Okay. Look at that. That when I say Golden Joysticks are actually like taken seriously, you have best indie game and best self-published. You know, so like Hollow Knight Silksong, like yes, they're millionaires from the first game, but they are self-published. They're only 3 members of the team. They are self-published. You know, like in the same way that like
Jesus
best
Christ.
trailer.
Oh my god. Oh yeah, best remake and remasters. Forgot how great this industry is with that. Call me a cynic for what it is.
Yeah. But at least they put it in its own category.
Yeah.
At least they put it in its own category. But like look at this. Best indie game was Blueprints, which thank God it won. Blueprints I love. Citizen Sleeper 2, Wanderstop, Skin Deep, Despelote, Hurdling, Abiotic Factor, Baby Steps, dude. What a ridiculous game. Caves of Quad, whatever. Deep Rock Galactic Survivor. Like these are. Have you heard of like half of these games?
No.
And that's the point. Like they're all ads. It's advertising for games that are like self-published and they're just trying to make it. And yet Jeff Keighley goes with like independent, like Claire Obscur. What the hell are you talking about? Where's Baby Steps for best debut indie game? You know, where's Citizen Sleeper? Well, that's not a debut, but Citizen Sleeper? Like, come on. Like, I don't know. It's just when I say that, like, you can't believe in both, that Game Awards don't matter, and it matters what's nominated for indie game at the Game Awards. Game Awards don't matter. It's an advertisement. Congratulations to Don't Nod Montreal. Congratulations, but you know,
I don't believe you, sir. You're getting paid off by Jeff Keighley here to say these words. I know you want that award for the music one in many down. You're not getting paid off.
I'm getting paid off to say that like the Game Awards don't matter.
We're
Jeff
joking
is just
here.
Jeff is I'm on Jeff's payroll to say that his award show doesn't matter.
Yeah, when I see your Twitch usernames pop across the bottom of the Game Awards saying that this is being streamed here, I'm like, right, I know what's going on here.
Well, like that's what I mean.
got your game.
But that's what I mean, though. Like, it doesn't matter, but at the same time, it's still an advert. Like, it
of
has
course
the most eyes on it. And I mean, that's why it really matters is that you have eyes on your game now. You have so many eyes. It doesn't matter in the way of like a real award show, but it matters in the way of just like you finally have eyes on your game. Like, how many times have you seen the Game Awards and like you finally got your eyes on a game? You know?
Yeah. I mean, like, to be honest, I don't pay attention to it. But, like, I've seen it it's been a history trend of like films and TV shows. The minute it gets nominated for an Oscar, it's printed all over the posters and stuff like that because they want people to get some recognition for it. And then as well, like for Lost Records, they can kind of run off this as well. Because do you remember, you saw it with like with Double Exposure when the reviews came out instantly. They were trying to put the reviews out and say like, Digital Chumps give it a 4 out of 5 or whatever it is. It's like who knows what Digital Chumps is? Have you ever been on the website? Because I have. It's like it's not sly, but you look at the quality. It's like, oh, okay. Not really worth meaning anything, but in this topic as well as it is, as you can see there as well, best storytelling as well. Lost Records was nominated for the Golden Joystick Awards. The nominations are through, and the winners have been announced. And the Claire Obscur won there. I mean, that's in itself a feat to get into best storytelling in a category where it's in against AAA video games and bigger behemoths. I mean, Nod Montreal is there against Silent Hill.
Look at that,
and
look at that. Lost Ark, Blue and Rage, and best storytelling.
Yeah,
boom. Look at that. At least it was nominated. So Claire Obscur based storytelling, hell yes. Like, I'm sorry, Luke and Michelle. I'm sorry to the entire team at Don't Nod Montreal. Yes, Claire Obscur, dude. I
mean, Michelle would say the same thing, wouldn't he? He was playing it, wasn't he?
Dude, story is amazing, dude. Oh my god, dude. And the fact that it was her first published work. Jennifer, I can't remember her last name. No, that was the actress. But Jennifer, I can't remember her last, but I reached out to her. I'm like, this was your first publish? She's like, yep, I'm so excited. I'm like, that's crazy, dude. That's crazy. So no, Expedition 33, absolutely best storytelling out of all of these. I don't have to play Silent Hill F. Claire Obscur did.
Jennifer Svenberg Yen,
Yes, that
writer,
person.
one of the writers. Yeah.
The lead writer, I
Ah,
believe.
okay.
Yeah.
I was just looking at Wikipedia. It's got 3 writers, but yes,
Yeah.
I will take your word for it.
But yeah, that was her first published work, and it was amazing, dude. So yeah, Lost
interesting.
Records Bloom Rage.
I
Yeah.
just noticed that as well. This is a bit weird, actually, to go back on Claire Obscur as well. Why would you
Yeah.
not give credit to this person on the actual on the nomination for the soundtrack? Alice
Oh,
Dupert.
okay. So I'm glad you point that out because a lot of people are just like, oh well, Lorienne's the real one. Lorienne has put out to say that like Alice Duport, Piercier, I believe,
Yeah.
she was the vocal composer. So all of the vocal lines you hear, all the lyrics that you hear, there's a lot of lyrics in this. Elise was the one who composed the vocal parts. So Lorienne did all the music. Yeah, I know.
Why would you
I
not give her
know.
co-composer credit then? Like if Lost
I
Records
know.
if Lost Records gets
Yes.
nominated, it's co-composed. It's Ruth Radley and Milk and Bone. It's not just Milk and Bone or Ruth Radley. What the?
I'm even guilty of that.
Honestly,
I'm
I
even
just
guilty. I always say Lorienne to start, but at least did like half of the work. And like a lot of people are just like, they're just like, oh, Lorienne and Elise. I mean, just Lorienne. Like they correct themselves, like, oh, not Elise. I'm like, no, Elise was the vocal composer. Like I've seen interviews with her where she's just like saying, like, this is how a vocal would work, this is how a lyric would come in. Like she also did the work for composing. Yeah,
She's
absolutely.
the Steve Wozniak to the Steve Jobs. No, I'm joking.
Yes, that's a good comparison.
Well, why would
Yeah,
you not give her credit though? She is technically a
I don't know.
co-composer though. That's weird.
She is a co-composer. Yeah, 100%. That's why when you interviewed Natalie or shoot
Ruth.
Radley.
Ruth Radley.
Ruth Radley. Yes, thank you. I was thinking like Natalie Portman for some reason. For when you were interviewing Ruth Radley, and she was like saying like how did she put it? Saying
She's
like
I'm a contributing artist. She was very specific.
And that's what I mean, though. She contributed to the soundtrack in the same way that Elise, I believe it's Elise, not Alice. I believe it's pronounced Elise.
Oh yeah, bro.
But yeah, so Lorienne Testard and Elise both did the work for it, and we don't even talk about the arrangers in composing. We don't talk about the mix and master engineers. We just talk about Lorienne, which Lorienne did a lot of work. I'm not saying that he didn't, but Elise did half of the composing.
It's a bit annoying though. That I know Ruth was doing that. She's like, I'm a contributing artist. I'm like, you're co-composer. Your credit as a composer. She's like, no, I'm a contributing artist. And it's like,
Yeah,
I get what you're saying because all the other people involved. I'm like, you are technically the co-composer of this project, but like, that's just so stupid. Anyway, on the news there as well, is because Lost Records didn't win, which is a shame. It was against some behemoth
it's a
hitters, but
shame.
that's a big
Well, at least it was
nomination, though. Yeah, big nomination, and more respect for one. Like, to be honest, again, like I don't care about Jeff Keeler. We're just doing it because it's a topic. Like, otherwise, I'm not watching that ceremony. No, actually, no, I will be watching that ceremony. I'll be watching that one part when Lost Records is nominated. If it wins, I'm posting it. If it's not, I'm out of there.
It's fun
I don't
to watch.
care. Oh,
It's fun to watch. I like the Muppets.
It's
Yes, I love Muppets. I love Muppets. I'm a Muppet boy. Come on now.
It's like watching Temu Super Bowl ads. That's what it's like with Game Awards. It's so
That's what I mean.
God.
It's the first time you see like trailers. It's the first time you see the Muppets. You don't like Muppets? Do you not like Muppets?
I do love the Muppets, yeah.
Oh, that's what I mean, dude. You know what?
And the biggest
I'm gonna be
Muppet
real
is the one that's hosting it as well. Let's just put it there.
Yeah. But like okay, here's the thing. And then like my wife didn't know how much I love camels. And I was like, no, I love anything like with like a long neck. She was like, oh, why? I'm like, I'm not even joking when I say this. Like, if it acts like a Muppet, I love it. Like, that's why I'm comfortable around camels. Like, I will feed camels lettuce all day, every day, because they look like Muppets. And that's why I feel
long
secure.
necks.
No, but that's a different story. That's just like autism, like ADHD, like that's default setting. That's like the default like brown shirt in the NBA games, like brown shirt, gray sweatpants. That's just default for like autism ADHD people. Them and dinosaurs.
Yeah. Well, I love when the shark one pops up. It always pops up on somewhere like on a slide. I'm like, yeah. Well, that's a reminder of that, isn't it?
I saw somebody with a shark tattoo. I'm like, I should get a shark tattoo.
Oh dear Lord. Right. Should we go into our last piece of news before we wrap up?
Yes, I'm interested about this.
This kind of bleeds into when you're saying about getting advertisement and stuff and whatnot.
Yeah.
So Phil Spencer is now screwing Adam over because he knows he's moved over from Xbox to PlayStation. So as you can see here, November 18th, coming to get Xbox Games Pass, Lost Records, Bloom and Rage, and Banishers Ghost of New Eden. So Don't Nod is in here twice.
Hey.
I believe Banishers arrives first on Games Pass. It does on the 25th of November. As you can see there on the screen, Banishers is confirmed for Games Pass Ultimate, Games Pass Premium, and PC Games Pass. And then on the 2nd of December, Lost Records, Bloom and Rage will arrive on Games Pass as well. So
Yay.
yeah, we now make every little bit of incentive, money, and exposure that's possible in this game, which might lead into the Game Awards thing as well, actually.
Oh yeah. No, once again, like with Xbox saying like, oh, it's $30 a month, but look at all these titles versus PlayStation had Banishers and Lost Records at a cheaper price for their Game Pass edition. They're like, oh, what for you? But no, good. I'm sure they struck another deal. Same way with PlayStation. I'm glad more people are gonna play Banishers Ghost of New Eden. It is on PlayStation Extra, PlayStation Plus Extra, so go play that. It is now going to be on Game Pass. Is it the $30 version, or can you get it on the other edition? I don't know.
It's on all the editions there. It's
got
all
good.
3 of them. They're all on all of them. So on Games Pass Ultimate, Games Pass Premium, and PC Games Pass.
Oh, Game Pass. No, go down again. So it's on Game Pass Premium, dude.
And
So Game Pass Ultimate and Game Pass Premium. So it's going to go for the $30 edition. Remember, there's tiers just like PlayStation.
Of course.
PlayStation has it's just as dumb as PlayStation. There is
Essential. And what's the other one?
Yeah, exactly. It's so dumb, dude. But yeah, so PlayStation Premium, I believe now that's confirmed that is gonna come for the $30 edition. So you have to pay $30 a month to play Lost Records Bloom and Rage, which is so dumb, dude. $30 a month is just ridiculous for anything, man.
Of course it is. If people get roped into it, that's the model. Same with Netflix. People just don't unsubscribe from it. They stick with it.
Yeah, like I lost a lot of my games, my games library. Now I still have my Xbox One, the original, so I have most of my games, most of my game library. But yeah, dude, it's so dumb. But at the same time, I'm glad people are on the $30 a month. Will get Lost Records, Bloom and Rage, and they will get Banishers, Ghost of New Eden, 2 games that are very close to my heart. So I'm very happy that more people are going to see it. Do I hope that Lost Records, Bloom and Rage wins at the Game Awards so that more eyes get on it? Sure. Yes. But I think more eyes going to get on it because of a Game Pass subscription. And I think it's going to go on sale soon because of the Game Awards. So people will go buy it on sale. Unfortunately, I don't think a lot of people have a lot of eyes on the award of games for impacts. I don't think a lot of people really care, unfortunately. It's like one of those throwaways for people, and it sucks. It's so dumb. I hate that it's just like a throwaway for Jeff Keighley. But yeah, no, I'm glad that's I'm glad people have eyes on it now.
Here's the question: does it even make it into the main show, or is it in the pre-show?
I think it's in the main show. I think Jeff knows that, like, to throw away to put in a pre-show. I think like that's kind of like a stick in the face of just like a slap in the face. It's a slap in the face of like people is just like, hey, this is a Games for Impact. This really affected people. And the nominees and it's not even the main show. Like, I think he has enough self-awareness to know that's like pretty messed up. Yeah, you know what I mean? I think he has just enough. He has enough self-awareness as Mr. Beast does right now.
Oh God almighty. He's just...
Have you seen the Beast land in Saudi Arabia, dude?
Well, it doesn't surprise me at all with Saudi Arabia and Mr. Beast, yeah.
Mr. Beast has a theme park which is just a carnival in Saudi Arabia, and so does KSI, dude. KSI is now in Saudi Arabia.
It doesn't surprise me at all, to be honest, at all. I saw Cristiano Ronaldo with Donald Trump, and I was like, it kind of sums up his mentality of age and stuff with that.
Cristiano Ronaldo. Like, God dang
honestly,
it, dude. Like,
well, it doesn't surprise me because me and my brother used to joke with Cristiano Ronaldo when he was at like the boxing events in Saudi Arabia, and it's like he's got CR7 in his chair. It's like, are you a 13-year-old child, mate? It's like, come on. It's like I still have my ridiculous username from PlayStation. I don't talk about it, but you're calling yourself CR7. It's like, come on.
Yeah,
but no, on
that's
the
what I mean.
point,
Sellouts, dude.
on the
Yeah.
point of Jeff Keighley, he's giving a lot more for self-awareness. Oh my God almighty. Do you know what? That's what annoys me with the thing about Jeff Keighley before in the conversation, because it's like the industry has unfortunately given him too much stock with this. And it's like, it's basically allowed him to do what he's doing. Cause it's like he made the replica E3 and you all went and ran to him. And it's like, instead of ignoring him and trying to do something else, you all let him do what he did. And it's like, now he does what he does.
Yeah.
And then you kind of get into that position. So yeah, I don't really take the Game Awards with any grain of salt at all. Like none of the awards are important barring the BAFTAs. That's the only one.
Yeah.
I had to make a cut there. Can't remember what I was up to then. Yeah, I don't really take anything with a grain of salt, barring like the BAFTAs. It's the only like really prestigious organization for awards, but maybe it gives exposure, maybe it doesn't. Again, it's also probably that, like, if for example it wasn't in Games for Impact, but it's in best storytelling, then there's a lot of commercial incentive for it with like Lost Records to kind of move it there. But you know, the game underperformed, as Don't Know what I said. It doesn't surprise me that they're obviously making the Games Pass deal to get any extra revenue. It wouldn't surprise me to do the sale, as you said, afterwards, which would make sense as well going into the winter period. So you know, yeah, a long episode there. So I hope you all enjoyed. I think we're going to wrap up here because we've talked a lot about stuff. So, yeah, stay tuned for Side B. There's a very interesting topic in there that Adam doesn't know about. We'll come on to in a moment. But yes, thank you for joining us. I hope you enjoyed the episode. A big shout out to our Patreon subscribers. I'm going to do it here because Adam didn't remind me, so I'll have to do it myself. So big shout out to Kevin Lackner, Sunday, Claire McLoughlin, Jake, Carly, Goldberry, Kevin Kestis, Clarx, MrAnselmi, Spunger, The Lost Fan, Paul, Groschke, Xavier, and Ashlyn Nala. So thank you so much for your support via Patreon. It is very much appreciated. You can support us on Patreon, and the incentive comes very soon. So stay tuned for that as well. Will the Kevin's monopoly over StrangeCast custom podcast fall apart? We will see. But yeah, thank you for joining us. If you are new here, one more time, please do consider dropping subscribe on the channel, turn notifications, like the video, share with your friends. And StrangeCast is available on all podcast services. So check us out on Spotify with a video version, Apple Podcasts. We're available on all of them. Go and check us, go and rate us, and go and download us, and you get instant access to the episodes as soon as they become available. Stay tuned. We'll be back with Side B. Stay tuned for these podcasts. They are coming. Hopefully my schedule eases up soon. But yeah, stay tuned for the next part. I don't know if I'm going to tweet about it before it goes out. Maybe I might do it the day before. But anyway, take care, guys. See you later. Bye.
Later.
Ready for the mosh pit, Shaka Brow.